Morning all, 29th April 2022, we're over the Lee Valley, and my lovely wife, she set up a stability system on this phone, so hopefully when you see it, it won't be like I'm walking on a boat and rocking backwards and forwards. And it is obviously due to my arthritis in both hips and both knees, so we're going to give it a go. If there's any improvements, then please let me know. This is Turnford Brook. We've just come over the railway, chucked to left. If you go round here to the right, there's a lovely circular walk, takes you down to Wormley eventually. And if you chuck a right, you go around the back of Ashley's Lake. And Ashley is obviously now their son, funny enough. There you go, one of those things. But we're going this way today. And circular walk, it's about a 50-minute walk, so obviously I'm not going to bore you showing you 50 minutes of filming. I'm just going to do a little bit of filming, and hopefully this will be steady, or steady-ish, should I say. Ish, there's always an ish on the end. We're like scientists, isn't it? You've got an ologist on the end, you're a scientist, isn't it? Geologist, mineralogist, criminologist. That's a chuff train. Greater Angular. That's probably going down to Stansted. Done that walk many times. There's another one there. Very busy. I suppose 90% of people on the trains today don't wear masks. And you're in a confined space as well. But, you know, you don't hear about it on the TV so much no more, do you, coronavirus? But according to the latest statistics, people contracting coronavirus has gone up and going up. Hospitals are still taking people in, and obviously there's still a lot of deaths. But then again, one of those things. Now it's all about the Ukraine, because you don't get no news really, it's just snooze. So, madam, sir, here we go. Look at this lot's come up, stinging nettles. I mean, it's ideal. If you're going to make stinging nettle wine, that must be fantastic. But if you don't make stinging nettle wine, then, phew, nah. I'm going to sneeze in a minute, and I hate sneezing. I think it's last year they cut all this out to my right hand side. Again, it's a new exercise. Cut down old trees. Trees are unwanted, like this too close together trees. See all this stuff? There's absolutely no light can get through. So you get all this dirt. So what they do, they thin some of the trees out, and they presto, sunlight can get in, and green. That's been disgusting, Max. I really dislike that when he licks dog's pee. Yeah, I think that's even disgusting for a dog. Then again, I suppose I do it for a reason. Cool, the size of him. Wow. He's a bit low, isn't he? Like one of them jumbos. Wow, he is low. He's obviously going to Stansted. Oh, I nicked his wheels, couldn't I? Yeah, you can still see him. Well, people looking out the window thinking, oh, that looks nice. Oh, it must be the Lee Valley. Dear. I'm just wondering how you put music on the back of these little film clips. I personally don't know how. And I suppose you've got to be really technically minded to do something like that. It'd be nice to have a little background music playing. My voice over the back of that. It's probably an easy way to do it, but I just don't know what it is. Another train. Busy today, aren't they? Being a Friday. All the old London workers are off an early start. It's about 10 past 8 in the morning. They're probably the 9:30 workers trying to get to London. They much required coffee. Have a knit and natter. Find out London Underground's not working again. All got long walks. I couldn't do that, drive me bonkers. Been to Liverpool Street Station a few times, and when a train pulls into the station, the people get out. You think, how can they do that every day? Well, 5 days a week. Absolutely crammed in like sardines. Then shortly after, when you go down to London, you normally go around about 9:30 time, so you avoid all that nonsense. What are you up to? Yeah, you pest. This is a lovely little walk. So what we're going to do, you probably won't be able to see it. We go to the end of this. There's a little road, little path. Oh, it's all tarmac. We'll go round to the right, that next left, and that'll be the back of Ashley's Lake. And where this little film started, roughly, that's where we'll be coming out. It's a nice circular walk, even better this time of year when there's no rain. So there's no mud, no squelching and slurping stuff. That's all the old blackberries. Will be. I've actually got blackberries for sale in Tesco's. Blackberries. Where'd you get blackberries this time of year? Won't pay the price for them. Don't like them really. Oh, great to make wine, but they buy blackberries. They even sell them in the summer. And we're over here. They're growing for free. Amazing what people actually buy, isn't it? It's just bonkers. Another aeroplane going over. I'm not sure whether they changed the path of the aeroplanes. I'm not sure what's going on really. You can hear him, can't see him at the moment. Covered up in the trees. He went as low as that jumbo. Oh. I think you had a pair of binoculars, see the bloke picking his teeth with a toothpick, couldn't you? More stinging nettles and weeds. There's that old forest of the stuff, isn't it? There's some lovely apple trees through here. Really nice apple trees. Absolutely amazing stuff. Yeah, apple trees, the occasional pear tree, not really very nice pears, only small and rock hard, and not a lot of taste. And cherry trees, I haven't come across the cherry tree that's edible, like the fruit obviously, not the tree. And apple trees, loads of varieties of apples are over here. So you can clearly see, back in the late 40s and 50s, when I was taking all the gravel out, what's now lakes, they were just holes in the ground. In their lunchbox were apples, and obviously somebody threw a few cherries in. Hence, so many apple trees over here. Oh, a bit of music. Jingle bell, jingle. No, not that one, not that one. What one should I play? I don't know. Oh, I don't play any ripples in. All right then. How about Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. No, I don't like that one either. Oh, well. How about a bit of Queen? Mama just killed a man. Sounds like a sheep, doesn't it? Meh. Put my gun to his head, pulled a trick and now he's dead. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, I don't know about goodbye. All depends if he legs it, I suppose, doesn't it? There's lovely apple trees, that is. That is one lovely apples on there, will be. All the best ones, real big apples, about the size of a man's fist. Real nice, juicy. Oh. And I say as always, all the best stuff's at the top. Even those big long grabbers. There's another one there, look. They're certainly busy today, aren't they? Somebody's made up for lost time. Wow. I say it's lovely over here. I'll probably pop down to, what's it called? The Great Wood. It's not our favourite place. You have to go through Millionaire's Row. Oh, I call it Millionaire's Row. All massive big mansion houses. And, yeah, the woods are down there. What are you sniffing at, Mr. Max? I seen the muntjacks this morning. They're normally over having a munch on the grass and the shoots and everything else. Another apple tree, pear tree. Okay, well, shift your bum. I know you're an organic hoover. You might think you are, but you're not. Loveliest time of year. Well, as kids, summer, because the sun comes out, it's all nice and warm. It's quite chilly this morning. Not too bad, but it's quite chilly. And it's not actually summer. It's all approximately halfway through June. Now, June's halfway through the year. And as kids, we used to assume that June was summer anyway. Summer, June, July, August, always 3 months of the year. We had sleet in August, many moons ago. They don't know what we're going to get. Here's cherry trees. Lovely blossoms. Like I say, nothing edible. You see that? They're lovely, aren't they? I like them. But there's obviously somebody in a lunchbox, 50, 60, 70 years ago maybe, spat the old pips out. Some germinate and some don't. The ones that do, hey presto, today, get great big cherry trees. We're just coming to the end of this little walk. I'll be turning right then and left down Ashley's Lake, as I said before. But, well, another long film. Thing is, this is probably going to go to about 15, 16 minutes maybe. It takes me nearly an hour. I don't know why. It takes me nearly an hour to download. It's absolutely bonkers. It really is. Sometimes I think it'd be easier to do like a Picasso, paint it and photograph it as you go. There's a conker tree there. Don't see many conkers this year though. Last year it was everywhere, absolutely everywhere conkers. Nowadays it's all health and safety. You got to wear gloves, you got to wear hard hat, you got to wear safety goggles, just to play conkers. But none of that when we was kids. We all survived. We all lived long enough to tell the tale. The trouble is, your molly-collie kids, you don't let them grow up to big kids, do you? You've got to wrap them up in little cotton wool and, you know, be a good boy and all that old nonsense. You know, a bit of savvy, a bit of common sense. You get a lot of intelligent people, but they can't hang wallpaper, they can't change a plug. And yet, £200,000 a year bank thing, isn't it? You know, you just, I don't know, beggars belief, really. Yeah. Right, nearly at the end. What are you doing? Oh, don't forget, got a stabiliser on here. So it should be better than the other one. I'm going to download anyway. That's a B volume 9, not volume 8, as I made a mistake. The last one I downloaded is volume 9, part 2. Well, it will be. Provided it don't blow up or wear out or give up, because I'm filming constantly all with it. I don't know. So it's a lovely old walk, it really is. A lot of pigeons over here. Hello. There's a doggy over there, running around on his own. Well, that's the first person I've actually seen walking their dog. We've been out for a good half hour, maybe longer. Max is off in hot pursuit. It's my girlfriend dead. I've seen her before over here. He's like Casanova. He's got a girlfriend in every park, hasn't he? No matter where you go, there's always some girl. All depends if he's looking for squirrels. You ain't got time for dogs. You're just looking for squirrels. like I say, in the winter time, this is all mud. You can see how it all got churned up over there. And this is the path, road, what you want to call it. You can get 2 cars sensibly side by side if you wanted to. And this goes back to where we came from, right at the beginning of this little film. Little film? Oh, hell. 15 minutes? That's not a little film, is it? It's a big film. And I'm going to stop filming because it's going to go about 40 minutes otherwise. And nobody's going to sit through 40 minutes. I have to, because I download it and I've got to check them anyway. So, and always say viewed by 1, me. And this is a little path, and that takes you to Ashley's Lake. And if you go that way, Ashley Lake will be on your left. Strangely enough. Oh, I knew that, somebody said. I knew that. It was on your right that side, it's got to be on your left that side, isn't it? God, dear, oh dear. Anyway, so yeah. If you had the skill, and I ain't got no skill, but if you had the skill, that big hole up there. That's a change of subject, isn't it? You see that? Oh. Something like be living in there. It's a strange place to have a hole, isn't it? And as I was saying, if you've got the skill, you can come over with one of those little chainsaws. You could turn it with a totem pole, couldn't you? That'd be fantastic. People come and go, oh, that's great, isn't it? But then you always get some silly moron come over here with a spray of tin paints, all the rest of it. And they've got to ruin it for everyone else, haven't they? Won't be human nature otherwise. So I'm going to go a bit longer till I run out of things to say, which will be a first, won't it? Will it? Nah, not really. I talk to myself most of the time anyway. Do you? Nah. You just did it. Did what? Talk to yourself. I'm not talking to myself. Who are you talking to then? Oh, all right. Fair enough. Oh. That way. That's a lovely little walk as well. That takes you back to the canal. We've only got the right way. If you go the wrong way, you get lost. You soon pick it up. It's only small over here. It looks big. Look at the bridges, little viaducts and things like that going over streams. Can't go over the lakes are too wide. So you've got a tendency to walk around the lakes. Don't know if you can see this now on my right hand side. That is Ashley Lake. There's a doggy in front of me. And that's an Italian breed. It's called a Spinola. Spinola. And they're like scent dogs. And unfortunately, you can't really have them off lead, because as soon as they pick up a scent, they're off. They go. So what we do, we zoom in here. Max is well aware of him. That's a Spinola. And we get to that little chair there, and we sit my bum down, and we call this one done. And this is Wiggly Bum. Leave. And this is Ashley's Lake. And this is probably one of the longest film clips I've done. So, I'm going to sit there, rest my weary derrieres, and I will bid you all farewell. Let's get control of my dog. Max, come. Max.